I was about 2 seconds from jumping over the desk and smelling his breath. Like, welcome everybody to the Bob and Katie Show.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Bob. And I've got a little bit of truth to tell you. I kind of lied to you just a little bit, but I feel like it was one of those lies where like it's meant to be good. You know what I'm talking about? Like, like when like, you know, not you, but if like your wife comes in and she's like, "Does this dress make me look fat?" You never say yes. You know what I mean? Like you give that little fib that just makes things a little bit nicer for the rest of the night.
What did you lie about? Chances are I might already know.
I don't know. I think I concealed it pretty well. I had a little bit of a rocky day at work, and when I was leaving, I called you, and I know that you had a rough day here. So
yeah,
you had a rough day here. So it was going to be my goal to like try to come home in a good mood because I knew that's what you needed. So I told you straightforward. I was like, I got a lot of anger, but I'm not bringing it home, and I didn't, right? Because I went to Walmart instead.
I was about to say, did you really bring your anger home? Is that the lie?
And I was good. I listened to a podcast on the way because I mean, I had a 40-minute drive, 30-minute drive, I think, to Charlotte, and then I went to Walmart.
Ruined it, didn't it?
And now on my way out from Walmart, I called you again, and I said, I've got some anger, and I'm not bringing it home. And that was a lie because I was so angry. I had no choice but to bring it home, but I really tried to conceal it so that you didn't notice. How'd I do? Could you tell?
I mean, you didn't seem mad whenever you first got home, no.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it was shortly after you got home, especially once we got around to like giving the kids a bath.
Mm-hmm.
You were bathing the baby while I was giving a bath to the other two kids. And the baby, like, you were bathing the baby in the kitchen sink. Mm-hmm. And he has learned how to splash. Mm-hmm. And he was splashing up a storm. And I could hear you from upstairs. You were like, Reese, dude, come on.
Well, there was stuff that led up to
bad.
that. There was stuff that led up to that.
That baby was splashing water all over the kitchen, and it was tearing you up.
He took a dump.
You said, I'm going to need like 3 towels.
He took a dump, and it came out of his diaper, got on the couch, got on my arm, because I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those, like, I moved my arm, and there was just green on it. And I was like, wow. And then like I picked him up and I saw it on the couch and I was like, oh my God.
You probably got it on your arm when
I carried him. Yeah, when I was carrying him. So that's what happened there.
So are there baby clothes somewhere that have poop on them?
Yeah, at the bottom of the stairs. We probably need to do something about that.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
See, like you get upset about this stuff, but I'm going to be the one to have to scrub poop out of.
Really? This is our 104th episode. You got your phone turned. This is the second episode in a row.
It was like the news, like CNN.
Put it on silent. What are you thinking? No, I'm the
one who had to wash. Thank God we keep a sheet covering our couch because, you know.
Oh yeah, if not, we'd have to burn the couch.
So I had to wash the sheet with the poop on it. I'll have to put the sheet back. And now I'm going to have to scrub baby poop out of clothes.
No, actually, the clothes weren't bad because I think he was wearing like a 2-piece this time. And I think his shirt was kind of hiked up, so it just squeezed out and went onto the couch. So I think you're good on the clothes.
Oh, okay.
But what happened at Walmart was so inconsiderate, so mean, and it's really not worth talking about, but I feel like deep down inside, it's
mean? Someone
was mean to me. And I feel like I just need to give everybody a public service announcement about what not to do, okay? I'm walking in, and I knew I needed a cart, right? And these people come walking out, and they, like, stop right there where the carts are and, like, pull their stuff out.
Yeah.
And they saw me, and it was easier just to grab their cart instead of going deep down in the hole, and you try to pull on that cart, and it's like, it gets stuck together. And the guy made eye contact with me, and they knew. They knew I was going to grab that cart, right? Well, I grabbed that cart, and it feels kind of weird. And then I get into the store, and it is the most difficult cart to push I've ever felt in my life. Now, isn't that mean?
Like wobbly wheels or something?
No, like there was something stopping one of the wheels from turning.
Yeah, there was something wrong with the wheels on it.
Like people say, "Oh, let me push the cart." I was literally having to push the cart.
Oh, that's...
You know what I mean?
Yep. Was it one of those that it like wanted to pull to one side?
Yeah. And it was so bad. And every now and then it would clear up and roll fine. So something was wrong with the wheels.
Something was probably like getting stuck.
Now I know them damn people had that same problem with that cart. And they very well,
like, this poor guy has no idea
they
what
very
he's
well
getting himself into.
They could have looked at me and said, "Hey, just a heads up, this cart sucks." And I would have been like, "Awesome, thanks," and grabbed another cart. So I walked, and I could have just gone back and got another cart, but it was like a good halfway into the store before I realized what was going on because it was like going in and out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I could have gone back and got another one, but you know me. I was just like, I'm just going to get the stuff and go. So I was having to push that stupid cart around the whole store. I was just getting madder. Every aisle I went down, just madder and madder and madder and madder. And then I get done, and I'm going up to self-checkout. Because I love self-checkout at Walmart because you can check out yourself and don't have to worry about cashiers.
Yeah.
I go to pay for the stuff.
Is it sad that, like, it makes me happy to just do the work myself? I mean, because it's work.
Only at Walmart.
People, they literally hire people to do that job. They pay them an hourly wage to scan your items and take your money and bag the stuff. But you can do it yourself. And it's like, instead of going to this person who gets paid to do this job, I would rather just do it myself.
At Walmart. That's what you're saying, right? Because like, there's no other store that I go to that I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go to self-checkout. When we go to Target, I had no problem going through the line.
Yeah, I very rarely use self-checkout at Target or anywhere else.
Lowe's Foods? Holy crap. Like, their customer service is great. But Walmart, just give me nothing but self-checkouts will be fine for me.
It makes my heart sad whenever I go to check out and, like, self-checkout is, like, slamming. But then there's, like, cashiers open and I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm going to have to go to a person and deal with their attitude.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you know, I'm not saying every cashier at every Walmart anywhere has a bad attitude, but it's like the majority of the ones that I encounter.
It seems that way.
They don't want to be there.
Now, speaking of getting upset and bad attitudes, we started talking about something earlier, and I think we need to discuss it again. The phrase or saying, "There's no use crying over spilled milk." I've heard that my whole life. You've heard that your whole life. Everybody listening to this has heard that at least one time before. And I've come to the realization that I don't agree with it.
I'm calling bullcrap on that saying.
And I think it was a person without kids that came up with that saying. They walked up on somebody that had kids and there was spilt milk on the table. I imagine it was you. If somebody just like you, your hair's a little disheveled.
I don't even want to talk about my hair right now.
You got this white t-shirt on that looks like somebody would work in the yard. It's got little stain marks on it. You can just see like the deadness in your eyes. And there's like milk on the table and you're just going...
Like after the day I've had, I guarantee if I had to go clean up spilt milk right now, I'd probably cry. And I think it would be justified. So yeah, whoever came up with that, it's probably some person that didn't have kids.
Yep.
They walked up on somebody that had kids, probably several of them, after they done had a long day, and somebody done spilt some milk on this freshly mopped floor, and they're like, I just can't take it anymore. It's the straw that broke the camel's back, and they cry. And let me tell you, that goes double if it's breast milk, okay? Because that mess, you work way too hard, and I've spilled some before, and I definitely shed a lot of tears.
Well, it's not like you keep glasses of breast milk just laying around on the table.
No, I mean, but it can still get spilled.
No, I get that.
I've spilled it. I've spilled breast milk on the carpet, and I've spilled it like down the sink drain before. Yeah. And yeah, I cried. I definitely cried. But
you still haven't put in my eyes, so I'm happy with it.
Well, we haven't had a need, but I mean, you rest assured, if you get pink eye, I'm definitely squirting some in your eye. Like straight from the source. I'm just going, hold still, Bob.
And once again, if it was a video, you could see her moving her boob up in the air and squeezing it while making clown noises. There we go.
I didn't know what other sound to make.
Honk, honk. That's really traditional.
It needed sound effects, just like, you know, I'll just hover above you. Be like, hold your eye open.
And I'm sitting there like, no!
Or like, I'm having to hold your eye open with one hand and I'm leaning over you with the other, squeezing, trying to drip it down.
Didn't we mention one time on the podcast that we had handcuffs? I think you mentioned that, right?
I think.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm bringing it up now. So, like,
because our nephew found them.
that's right.
And he was like, why do you have these handcuffs? And I was like, get out! Get out of my room!
So I get pink eye, right? And you're like, let me put some of the breast milk in. And I'm like, no. And it's a stern no. I promise you it's going to be a stern no. You're not putting a damn
Are you saying I should bring out the
milk.
handcuffs?
And then like, I'm like, okay, I got to go to bed because I got to be up early in the morning. And then I wake up at like 2:00 in the morning and like I'm handcuffed to the bed and you're just over me. And you're like
a boob out. Just this will only take a second. It won't hurt a bit.
One hand covering my nose and my mouth so I can't breathe and my eyes open in shock. And then you just start squirting. Yeah, I think that's the only way it's happening.
I want to say, I've seen like on some old movie or something like that. I don't know what
old movie you watching that. That's that.
No, like that, like torture device thing that like holds your eye open.
Oh yes, you can't blink.
Oh my god,
how freaking horrible would that be?
It makes me cringe just thinking about it. But I mean, we'll do what we gotta do.
Man, you know what that reminds me of? And if I've told this before, I'm sorry, but we're gonna talk about it. One of my favorite graphic novels. I'm gonna go nerdy for a minute. I'm gonna go nerdy, okay? Is that cool? Everybody knows. We don't normally do stuff like this, but everybody knows.
What does this have to do with like putting breast milk in your eye?
I'm gonna get there.
You have like a Punisher book.
I'm gonna get there. This book right here, The Punisher, and it's called Intruder.
Is that the one, the pee bag?
Yeah. So, did we ever talk about that before?
You've told me about it.
This is my favorite.
You showed it to me in there.
My favorite Punisher book. So, long story short, he gets captured, right? And he's in like, the evil guy's lair. And he's tied down to the table and they put a bag like over his head, but it has like a hose coming to it. And then all of a sudden you see that the bag starts filling up and then you find out that it's filling up with urine.
That is so nasty.
Not only is he going to drown, but he's going to drown.
Oh, it's making me gag.
But he's going to drown on urine and it ain't his. Nobody knows where the urine came from. All right. And it's a lot. So my guess would be it's all the evil henchmen that work at the factory. They were just like, all right, everybody pee in this bucket.
They're just like taking turns.
Yeah, just pee in this thing. So you flip the page and then like the pee's all the way in the bag now. His hair's under the pee, his mouth, his nose. He can't breathe. He's trying to take breaths. It's so disgusting. But then obviously we know what happens. He gets free, right? And then he rips the bag off. And he's throwing up. But while he's...
because what else do you do after you just had a bag of pee on your head?
Yeah. And he's spewing the pee out of his nose, his mouth, and at the same time, killing everybody. He's taking out everybody. He's throwing up and just shooting people. It's so good.
That's so unrealistic because if that happened to you and you survived and you're puking, you're vomiting, your eyes are going to be watering.
I come off the table and shoot myself.
Can't breathe, can't see.
Oh yeah, it'd be horrible.
Do you think it burns your eyes?
It burns your eyes.
I think it would sting your eyes.
Yeah.
So you probably can't see.
Yeah, it's got to be so bad.
But anyway, that's the joy of
the joy of what?
Comic books.
What, pee bags?
Stories.
The joy of comic books is pee bags?
No, this unrealistic.
That
he was able to get out of it and kill everybody.
Yeah, it was. Now, another segue. Speaking of nerdy, we have to we got a shout out we have to do.
Yes.
Our buddy Dave that does he's doing the Earthos game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He does a podcast with this guy named Jared, and it's called the Tabletop Warriors Podcast. And they actually talked about us on episode 7.
Did they?
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you what they said. If you want to hear it, look up Tabletop Warriors, the podcast.
Well, I want to hear it. I didn't know.
I'll let you hear it later.
Why don't you tell me?
I'm telling you now. This is what we do. This is what we've done the whole time.
Nice things?
You're going to have to listen to it. Everybody's going to have to listen to it to find out. But let's just say that I stole some stuff from them. So that's
it's like that, huh?
Oh, it's definitely like that. No, I listened to it. I kind of liked it. I liked it because it's a nerdy podcast. They talk about games and comic books and movies and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice.
It's your cup of tea, huh?
Yeah, it is. So they did this thing called, I guess they do it every episode. I'm not sure. But it sounded like they do it every episode. But it's called Wow, That's Nerdy. And what they do is they both take a minute to say something really nerdy they did that week. Mm-hmm. I thought it was kind of interesting. So we're going to still it. And we're going to say, wow, that's sad. Because we have more sad things that happen in our life than we do nerdy things.
I mean, you could pretty much pick, something from any day of my life.
Do it. Pick it. This is it. This is what we're doing. We're doing it right now.
Yeah, you want me to go first?
Yeah, I want you to go first.
Okay. From this past week?
Yep. And maybe if people like it, we'll do it every week.
Okay. I got something.
All right, let's do it.
I bought new shampoo and conditioner the other day.
Okay.
Because, I was running out, needed more. I usually use Dove. I like Dove. And there's like a couple different kinds that I kind of switch between. But this time I got something different. Completely different brand.
Where are we going with this?
And let me tell you what out of all the shampoos in the entire aisle of the store, I picked this one. It's new. I've never used it before.
Are you going to get there? What is it?
The reason that I chose it is because on the bottle, it said fresh roots for 48 hours. Because, I'm a mom and I don't get the luxury of washing my hair every day.
So
I bought shampoo not based on scent or what it's supposed to do for my hair, make it softer, shinier, less frizzy. I was like, this will make my hair look less greasy for longer.
So
that was the sole reason I bought it. It caught my eye and I said, "Ooh, I need this."
You looked at this shampoo and you said, I'm probably not going to get to wash my hair tomorrow, so this will be good if I wash it tonight.
Exactly. That is exactly why. And I'm telling you, I'm one of those people, whenever I shop for shampoo, I'm going to smell half the shampoos in the aisle.
Yeah.
Probably still going to get the same kind that I always get, but I'm going to smell a few of them. I'm going to read about the wonderful things that it's supposed to do to my hair, and make sure it's the appropriate type. But not this time. I said this will keep my roots looking fresh for longer. I'm going to go with this one. I don't even care. I don't even care what's in it. I don't care what it smells like. It could smell like tar for all I care. So that's my story.
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
All right, my turn. Mine actually happened today. I'm going to brag a little bit first. We're still doing the diet thing and it's going great. It is going great. I've lost 15 pounds.
I've lost 11.
You've lost 11. This has been over like a 3-week period. Yeah. It's peeling off. It's good.
It's probably going to start slowing down a little. But
it will.
I don't care. I'm proud of every pound.
But we don't eat bread anymore. And as a fat guy, these are my favorite foods. Bread, pasta, and tacos. And I can't have
because they're wonderful.
Yeah. I can't have none of that shit anymore. I love them all. And then I found out a week into this diet that McDonald's has added a triple cheeseburger to the menu. So it's like the double cheeseburger, but triple.
Well, you could have it and just don't eat the bun.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. I think if I go there and I buy that cheeseburger, I'm going to eat the bun. I'm not that strong. I'm not strong as you are, Katie. If somebody hands me a triple cheeseburger, I'm going to eat a triple cheeseburger and then feel guilty about it later. So I was talking to a guy at work. And he's the one that told me about it. And I brought it. I remember how the conversation started. I was like, first thing I'm doing when I come off this diet is I'm going to go have a triple cheeseburger. And he goes, I had one.
Like with that same look on his face. Just like you did this like little thing with your eyebrows. You, I had one.
My elbows, we were at a desk and my elbows came up and I sat them on the desk and I put my hands on the side of my head.
Please tell me more.
And I said, how was it?
Like on Grease. Tell me more.
Yeah. And he just goes, it was good. And I leaned in closer and I said, was it just the traditional ketchup and onions and like that? And he goes, yeah. I said, did you get pickles on it? And he goes, no. And I was like, oh yeah. Because I don't like pickles.
How many slices of cheese did it have?
That's what I asked him next. I said, how many slices of cheese is on that bad boy?
I know how you think, baby.
And he goes, 3. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah, tell me about it. So then I was like, was it warm? Or, like, cause sometimes you'll get a double cheeseburger or something and it'll be kind of old. And he goes, yeah, it was warm. They had just made it. And then I said, did any of the cheese get on the wrapper? And he goes, yeah. And I said, and when you were done, did you peel that cheese off with your finger, eat it? And he goes, you know it. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh my God. Like I was rubbing my arms like a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I was about 2 seconds from jumping over the desk and smelling his breath. Like, it's sad. It really is. Like, it's sad.
Well, today I was texting you and I was like, hey, I found this thing, this like recipe, or whatever, for a Big Mac salad.
Yeah, a Big Mac salad.
I'm desperate here. I'm grasping at straws. I'm like, Big Mac salad? That's close enough. I'll take it. And yes, we will be trying the Big Mac salad.
I'm down. I'm not a big fan of Thousand Island dressing, but like I'll have a bite and see if I like it, and if not, then I'll just eat the meat and put some ranch on the salad, and I'll be good to go. So.
Well, I'm kind of hoping it's kind of like the same thing. Like I was really craving pizza. And I made like pizza today, if you call it a pizza-ish thing, out of fried cheese and tomato sauce and pepperonis, and it was delicious. And it tasted just like pizza.
You sent me a picture while I was at work, and I was like, "That don't look like no triple cheeseburger to me." I wasn't excited.
No, my thing was like pizza. I've been wanting pizza so bad, and I have made us a low carb pizza since we've been on this diet, and it was pretty good. It was a good substitution at the time, but. It's not the real deal.
So I felt like that went pretty good, don't you think? Our first Wow That's Sad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tabletop Warriors. If you got a problem with that, just let me know. I know I kind of just stole your idea and ran with it, but hey, that's what you do.
You got beef? Take it up with me.
Beef. It's not what's for dinner. We had sticks and leaves. Okay, we got to do another shout out. One of our listeners, Tyler. We've talked about Tyler before.
Yeah.
He's out in Cali. Sent me.
Yeah, because Tyler's about to be a dad, right?
Yeah, I think, and he's already a dad. He's going to be a dad again, I think. Didn't we have the same conversation? We need to get our Tyler facts straight. He's
for
married.
All we know, he could have children running around all over the place.
I don't think his new wife's going to be happy about that if he finds out there's like little Tylers running all over the state.
I don't know.
We're what is it called? Friends? We're something on Snapchat. I don't know what it's called. It's called Friends on Facebook. We're acquainted somehow.
You follow people.
I guess so. But I look at his stuff every now and then. He's always driving. So it's a possibility. He could be driving all over the state, making little Tylers everywhere.
Like maybe he leads a double life.
Yeah. So this is probably the last time he's ever going to listen to the show. No, he sent me a message, and he was watching Sons of Anarchy, and he found a penis.
Wait, actually, Tyler, please do let us know whenever your new baby is born. We're very excited for you.
And that way we'll get it wrong when we congratulate you on the show.
No, I'm saying because I would like to get it right. That's a big deal.
So he sends me this message, and in season 3 of Sons of Anarchy, Tara goes to, I guess, the abortion clinic. Mm-hmm. And if you look on the table, there is a perfect outline of a giant penis where it looks like the grains in the granite or whatever the top is made out of. Mm-hmm. And it's perfect. Now, everybody get
somebody carved it in the desk?
No, it looks like it was just an accident.
Let me see.
Okay, hang on.
See, that doesn't look like natural.
I don't know. It kind of looks natural to me.
No, because look how thick those lines are right there. But then look at all the other little lines around it.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
And the circles, look at those 2 circles. Those are too perfect. And then those lines are too straight.
They're too perfect. You mean like mine?
Oh my god.
Oh, testicle joke. All right. So
no, something made that. Something, I don't know.
Nature made it.
I can't. That is not natural.
Give me the phone back.
That is not. You're telling me those 2 perfect circles?
Maybe.
No.
You never know, man.
That
Nature
was
does
intentional.
some weird stuff sometimes.
Somebody was like, "Oh, I'm gonna carve his penis right here and see if anybody notices."
Okay, if you have Netflix, go look and tell us what you think, because he was actually cool enough to send us the exact time.
So did he? Tyler's the one who actually stumbled upon this and noticed it.
He said, there's a penis. Bob would like to hear about it. That is what happened. That is the kind of thing that we're putting out there in the world.
And that is pretty accurate.
So get your pens and paper ready. Write this information down. Season 3, episode 8, at the 49-minute and 51-second mark of the show. Go look at it.
Somebody else go look at it. And
pause it, zoom in. It's right. There's like a lady behind the counter wearing a blue shirt, and it's
like
on
by her elbow?
Yeah, it's by her elbow. And you can see it down on the table. Just zoom in.
That is not natural.
Somebody
put that there. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
What are you going to do? How about some Bob O'Clock news?
Okay. Welcome to the Bob O'Clock News. I'm going to come up with a segment to name after me.
Whenever you're ready, sweetheart. Bring it. I'm down.
I don't know what it'll be.
Okay. Have you read the news about Russia?
No.
It's cold in Russia.
Yes.
The coldest it has ever been in Russia. Guess what the temperature was?
I have no idea because it's pretty dang cold there.
Give me a guess.
Is it in the negatives?
Yeah,
it's got to be in the negatives.
What do you think?
No, I don't know what it is normally. I just know it's really freaking cold. Because isn't Russia, they got like the thermofrost and mess in the ground?
Negative 88.6 degrees.
Jeez, that's very negative.
So there were some people, it was so cold, like they shut down the schools, like
because I mean at that kind of low temperature,
yeah.
How do you just
function? They were taking selfies of each other out in the cold and their face was frozen. Look at this selfie. Look at her eyelashes.
Oh my God. Like
it looks fake.
Like, so she doesn't have anything on, like, her face. That's just because it's so cold.
Right.
Like, how do your eyeballs not freeze?
I don't know.
Like, if you have your eyes open, how do your eyeballs not just freeze?
Now, I got to tell you what happened. And it's sad. It really, it's kind of sad. There were some people driving in a car during this. Okay, it's not, I don't know if it's snowing or not. The snow's not the problem. It's just the pure temperature. Their car broke down.
Oh, no.
I think I'm going to get some of this wrong, so just go with me. I think there were 5 people and 3 of them died.
They froze to death?
Trying to get somewhere. Like they had to get out and walk and died.
Oh my God.
That was my reaction. I was like, that's freaking crazy. And then you know where my mind went? Could you imagine if I had to drive somewhere and depended on the death Jetta to keep me alive? Like, if I was in Russia with the death Jetta, every time I had to go somewhere, I'd go, this is it. I'm probably going to die today. Like, could you imagine? It's so cold that if your car cuts off, you die. That's it. I can't even wrap my mind around.
I mean,
that.
like, how far were they walking? Like, were they out there long? I mean, I imagine you don't have to be out long
in negative
in
88,
that kind of
no
temperature
way.
to freeze to death.
Because I was out like 2 weeks ago when it was like 11 degrees outside. That's like 100 degrees warmer than what these people were dealing with.
My mind can't even fathom, because I've never personally felt temperature anywhere close to that cold. That's insane.
It is crazy.
And my thought, because the adult part of me is like, it's been really cold here. Not that kind of cold, but for this area, it's been pretty cold the past couple weeks. And we've actually had snow twice. And our electricity, like, we've used way more electricity, because
it's cold.
Heating the house and stuff like that. And so whenever I hear about it being like really cold, I'm like, I just think about, that's more money.
Well, actually, I read that in the story too. The governor, or whatever it's called there, went out on the news letting everybody know that everybody had power. And then if power goes out, every single house is attached to some kind of generator that they can get the power going again. Because they know if power goes out, people are dead.
Yeah, like, that's crazy. I'm thinking, what's your electric bill like when it is that cold?
I went downstairs one day because we had set our heat wrong. I got up, I went downstairs. It was like, I think it was like 59 degrees in the house. And I was like, this is horrible. This is so bad. Oh my God.
Yeah, I usually turn the downstairs thermostat.
It's like 130 degrees more than what these people are dealing with.
I turn it down at night, downstairs, because, I mean, nobody's down there all night.
Yeah.
And then I turn the one upstairs up a little bit, because the kids' rooms can get pretty cold. So the other day, I hadn't turned the downstairs heat back up, a few degrees where it normally is. And Riley's like, Mommy, our house is cold.
We have a phone call. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. It's just clicking. Okay. Well, that was our first call into the show. It turned out well, don't you think? Oh, that's awesome. We'll see what happens. They'll probably call back. I don't know. Where were we? It was cold. That's all there is to it.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking like, gosh, what's your electric bill like? And how's that like on your car? Like, how many
Apparently not real good because the people's cars stopped running.
I mean, well, how many people's cars just don't crank up and stuff like that, and that kind of cold?
Like at that temperature, does your oil freeze? Can oil freeze? I don't know.
I don't know. At that temperature, I imagine a lot of stuff.
We gotta stop. We have to stop asking questions because that's when people find out. Oh wow, they're dumb. So we're done with this story now. We're gonna veer away from it. Okay, next piece of news, and this has to come with an upfront apology because people are gonna be like, "Wow, you have no heart."
Oh my gosh, what are you?
And that's not the case. It's not the fact that I don't have a heart. It's just the fact that I have a weird sense of humor. Okay. About a week ago, at 8:02 in the morning, every person with a cell phone in Hawaii got a message that said a ballistic missile.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I can't even say it without laughing. A ballistic missile was coming, that they should seek shelter immediately, and this was not a test.
What do you do with that kind of information?
They panicked. Okay.
I mean, rightfully so. And it was what time? 8:02 in the morning?
8:02 in the morning.
So you're up, starting your day, you're getting ready for whatever work, whatever you got to do, and you get a message that you need to seek shelter from a ballistic missile.
A nuke.
How do you even... That's not something they taught you in school. They taught us what to do during a tornado. We did tornado drills, but we didn't do no ballistic missile drills. What do? Do you hide in the bathtub?
You sit out on the pavement and fry like bacon. That's what you do. That is the only thing you can do in that situation.
So, do you think people are just scrambling around? Do you think people were Googling, how to hide from a ballistic missile?
Everybody panicked. They said there were cars going down the highway at upwards of 100 miles an hour trying to get somewhere. I feel bad for them. I do. Because everybody thought their lives were ending.
That's horrible.
And it's horrible to think about. But the one part of my brain goes, that is the funniest thing. I love to prank people. And this isn't a prank. This is not a funny thing. I love to prank people. But never in my wildest dreams would I think to prank that many people at one time. Now, here's the worst part. They didn't know for 38 minutes.
That's a long
Could you imagine? I'm such an asshole. I'm so sorry. Could you imagine if you thought you were going to die by a nuke for 38 minutes?
That is such a long time. To think. I mean, do you think, are you looking up at the sky for 38 minutes going, just waiting? Are you hiding?
Now, here's the worst part. The phone service went down because everybody on the island tried to make a phone call at the same time.
Yeah, everybody's calling their loved ones, saying their final goodbye.
They resorted to text messaging, getting on Twitter. It's insane. And then you read into it some more. And what happened was an employee was doing a shift change. And it said this in the article on his way out. He hit the wrong button. What the f***ing button? What? There's just a button that says in case of a nuke, press here?
And it's right beside the clock out button?
I'm assuming. He was like, oh, what? It reminds me of that movie.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit that button. I was trying to clock out.
That movie Aliens versus Monsters.
Monsters versus Aliens.
Oh, well, thank you for correcting me. I would have confused the shit out of everybody. What is it? Monsters versus Aliens?
Monsters versus Aliens.
So...
The big red button?
The aliens come to the planet, right? And they're having this big underground meeting with the president. And he goes over to the wall and there's like this big red button and it's for the nuke. And he's like, I could just press this button. I was like, no! And then he goes, I want one of those.
He said, where's the button that gives me my latte?
And they look right to the left and it looks exactly the same.
It's another big red button.
Yeah, so I mean, is that what happened? Are there two big red buttons and
one's
says,
clock out,
one's
one is send everybody a notice that there's a ballistic missile coming? Like,
I don't understand how you accidentally send that out. Like, that's the report I want. I think as a society, we should demand more information than he hit the wrong button.
So do you believe that?
No.
Do you think he intentionally hit that button?
Yeah, he intentionally hit that button.
Like,
I would have.
Yes, and that's why you don't work there, at wherever that is.
This is going to be funny as hell. Watch this. Hey, Leroy, watch this. So, I mean, like, oh my gosh, I think it's going to be great. And I do feel bad for everybody. Like, for like, in the time frame that they were in, it's got to be a horrible feeling. Horrible. It reminds me of that movie.
You can't make this crap up.
No, it reminds me of that movie Man on the Moon. It reminds me of a bunch of movies. That's what.
Yeah, because this stuff is not supposed to happen in real life.
When they were talking about Andy Kaufman and the manager Shapiro. No, not Shapiro. The other guy. I can't remember his name.
I don't remember.
But they hired like a bunch of actors to go into a zoo and then just start screaming at the lions out and running and made the whole zoo like panic. Oh, it's amazing. Like stuff like that makes me laugh on the inside. Once again, I feel really bad that these people went through 38 minutes of hell, but it's kind of funny when you think about it.
It's like something you can laugh at in hindsight. I'm sure a lot of those people probably are. Like, do you remember last week when we thought we were going to die? Oh, now, that's funny.
I just want to let everybody know, as you're typing the email to me, the Bob and Katie Show at gmail.com, about how I have no heart and I should, I should just apologize. I'm letting you know now, I'm just going to delete your email, so don't waste your time. I get it. Some people, it's going to upset people. It's fine. But it's funny. That's all there is to it. It's funny. It's funny. I'm sorry. But if you do like us, go to patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show to show your support. And we've actually got something really fun planned in the last part of the episode for our patrons. I hope you have signed up by now because I think it's going to be great. It could just not be, but I think it's going to be awesome. So, Patreon.
Like, it could just not.
It could just not be great. Only time will tell. We just have
really
ideas.
Crossing our fingers.
Yeah. It's not like we have ideas for this podcast, but it's not really scripted. It's not like we come in here and we're like, okay, I've practiced this 100 times. It's kind of like, hey, you know what we should read about?
We're flying by the seat of our pants over here.
Let's talk about this thing and see how it works out.
We're just winging it. Everything. Just winging it.
Patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show. You should, if you listen and like the show, you should definitely go there. You can sign up for any price point that you want. Anything you want, $1 or more. So for $1, as of right now, you get 14 bonus episodes. The video of Katie attempting to wink/winking/ I promise with everything I am that it's real. It doesn't look real. It's real. I promise. It's real. So go do that. Patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show. Other news about The Bob and Katie Show. We have officially named our studio. Are you excited about it?
I am. Yeah, I am.
It's been a long time coming. It's just one of those things that you do because eventually we would like to grow this into other stuff, or do more with it. I mean, that's always been the goal. It's one of those reach for the stars type of thing, but I'm a dreamer.
That you are.
So, this is the first official episode from Cabcast Studios. And, the name kind of means a lot to me. When we first started our podcast, we didn't know what to call it, but I jumped the gun. Oh, we started this podcast in absolutely the wrong way. We did everything that you're not supposed to do. We had horrible equipment. The sound was bad. We didn't have a title. Like, we did all the things.
We just sat down and started talking and recorded.
Yeah, and we didn't have a title, but I had to sign up. I had to, make an account for hosting, and I was like, Katie and Bob Podcast. And that's what it was called. And then obviously we changed it to the Bob and Katie Show because I had to have my name out first.
I think that was my idea.
It was your idea, and you're still the star. I put my name first. I do all the work, and everybody's like, Katie's amazing.
I mean, you know.
And I'm just like, I'm just a fat garbage bag. That's all I am. I'm the garbage bag. I'm just the garbage bag that turns the knobs and makes things blink. Like, that's my job.
You're not a garbage bag.
So,
I mean, if you are, you're like one of those nice scented ones.
I'm like the Febreze like the Duraflex.
The nice, like I'm very
not Duraflex.
I'm very picky about my garbage bag.
Force Flex, that's what it is.
I use the Glad Force Flex with the Febreze, but it's only certain scents because some of the scents stink. I like the fresh scent or the lemon scent.
So I'm the king of trash bags.
So I mean, you would be like
the trash bag to have.
The trash bag.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
My trash bag.
Yeah, I'm your little trash bag. I don't know what's happening right now. What were we talking about? Oh, Capcast Studios. So, keep supporting the show and let's watch it grow. Hey, I was a poet. Didn't know it.
Oh my God.
We got another shout out. There's all kinds of shout outs, but we got one. Actually, it's quite a few people. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to try to get all these names right. Shayna, Haley, Samantha, Amanda, Emily, and Casey. They are the admins of this group that we're in.
Misfits and Monsters.
Misfits and Monsters. It's a pretty awesome group. We've talked about it before.
I love this group. The whole like Facebook group things, I'm just not, I mean, I'm in a lot of them, but I'm not, it's just not my thing. You know, I never really contribute to much of them. But this group, I love it. It's like for parents, and it's real and honest, and I love it.
It's called the Misfits and Monsters Family Club.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, it's real. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
It's real. It's like, it's real parents, and it's really cool.
It's very truthful and honest. And because what happens on the internet is people sit there behind their computers, and they can say and act however they want. And a lot of times you don't get reality from people.
Right.
But I feel like this group is a place where people can go and talk about, you know, parent-related things and non-parent-related things. And be, like, just completely open and honest. And there's no, like, judgment. And you get, what happens in a lot of, like, these Facebook groups is you get people squabbling and arguing. And it's just nothing but, like, a pissing contest, you know? But it's not like that in this group.
Sometimes you do have people that get out of line, but there's so many admins, and they shut it down.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. They handle it. So I went onto the group because we had an idea. You had an idea. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you what. Kind of turned me on a little bit.
What, that I had an idea?
Not that you had an idea, but like we never really...
She's good for more things than, you know...
Whoa, easy.
I wasn't even going to say that.
She's great for that, by the way. No, we never really talk about the podcast until we sit down and do the podcast. Like, most of the time, I sort of go, hey, here's some stuff we can talk about.
You try to talk to me about it, and I'm like, there's children screaming right now, and I can't focus, so don't talk to me about it.
But with us trying...
I'll figure it out.
Us being on this diet, we found ourselves walking around the house trying to just get exercise.
Yeah.
But we had planned on walking for like 20 minutes, and I was like, hey, why don't we just talk about the podcast? Let's come up with ideas. And you came up with an idea that could possibly have us get in a fight. And I was like, let's do that. Like, this is like, we're going to flirt with disaster. Like, that's what's going to happen. So explain to everybody what this idea was.
Well, we're going to take a topic and we're going to flip. I'm going to pretend to be Bob and you're going to pretend to be Katie. And I'm going to say what I think you would say about any given topic. Situation. And then vice versa. You're going to say what you think I would say. This is probably going to go horribly wrong, but I thought it would be fun.
So I went into the Misfits and Monsters Family Club and I posted about this. Okay? And I'll read you what I wrote. I mean, it's very simple. Hey all, we need some help for the show tonight. We're looking for reasons that a couple would have an argument or things that men and women just view differently. We're going to have some fun. And this group responded in a big bad way. I mean, like, they just took this thing and ran with it. As of right now, we have 210 different topics.
Oh my gosh.
Or ideas. So first of all, I'm going to say, we're not going to get them all. That's just not going to happen.
We could always, like, revisit.
That's what I think we're going to do.
You know, like, save some of them for later.
Like, if this turns out good, let's do it every week. We'll call it the Misfits moment or something like that. We'll come up with something clever for it. Because, I mean, like, these people, These guys, these girls, they really brought it.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Like, it's insane. I don't know how to choose. Like, what do we do?
I think you're just maybe going to have to randomly pick. Just, like, close your eyes and scroll and, like, whichever one you stop on.
Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah, just
Okay.
make it random. Because we obviously can't read through all those right now. I mean, we will, but just for the sake of picking one right now, yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to, like, spin it. I close my eyes and you tell me when to stop, okay? You ready?
We're just going to scroll, like, up and down.
Yep. Here we go.
And stop.
I actually landed on my comment. That said, what the hell did I start here? So, and this is when I realized that it had blown up. So let's try it again. All right, so we're going to go.
Stop.
Okay. This is from Casey, actually. So weird. It says, in my household, it's cheap booze versus top shelf. I think top shelf is better because it only takes a drink or two, but my husband argues that quantity over quality. Okay, so we're doing, all right, so the husband is quantity, all right?
The cheap stuff.
Yeah, so you're the husband, you're going to argue cheap stuff, I'm the wife, and I'm going to argue expensive stuff. Okay?
I don't think it matters as long as it gets me drunk.
Typical man talk. Like, maybe we need to just drink something nice. Maybe we don't, if we spend a little bit more money.
You can just add some crap to it and it'll be fine. Mix it in some whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as it's got alcohol in it.
We're not white trash. I mean, can't we just have a good drink? I've been at home all day long, taking care of your children, making sure they eat, one of them crapped on the couch. Now, don't you think I deserve to have just a nice name brand drink instead of like Chico's tequila that was on the bottom shelf with the dust on top of it? It was, it's only $8. We could have the 1800. It was a little bit more expensive. Don't you think I deserve better? I had your children, for Christ's sake.
You definitely deserve a drink. There's no denying that.
But you think I deserve Chico's tequila?
No. I'll make you a drink. How about that? Let me make it for you, and then you just take a sip and see what you think.
You're just a cheapskate. You don't want to spend any money. Like,
I just want to get you drunk and get in your pants.
Why are you changing the subject for? I seriously want to talk about. It's hard for me to focus because when you said that, like, my mind went back to mail, and I was like, okay, I guess we're on the same page now. You ruined it. You can't tell.
I win.
You can't bring up sex.
I win this round.
So, like, the next time we do something, you're just going to go sex, and I'm going to lose automatically because I'm a dumb guy, and that completely throws my whole game off. All right, we're going to do another one?
So, I mean, in your opinion, do you think that's stuff you would say?
I think it is stuff I would say if I believed it. I don't necessarily believe it, though.
Well, that's
no, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I think it was good. Yeah. But we actually did buy Chico's tequila one time, and it sat in our freezer for a year because it was bad.
Well, we're not in our 20s anymore.
No. I feel like it's getting a little one-sided. I didn't do this. I promise that we did that last one by pure coincidence. But there was one particular that I wanted to bring up.
Okay. And
this one was by Casey as well. Here's another good one. Sensation lubricants versus water-based.
What?
Like a sex lube that gets like warm or cold versus just normal. Okay? We don't necessarily have to argue this one out. I just thought I thought what happened with this was great.
I don't know if I'm comfortable discussing this.
She goes, I like the cooling and warming ones because I think they're fun, but my husband argues that it feels like using Icy Hot on his piece. Now, this is great. So the next person responds, his name's Sean. He goes, fact, nothing enjoyable about your junk feeling like it's getting dipped in hot ice, then immediately thrown into lava. Some people feel that way.
Well, I mean, I guess you can't really help how your genitals feel.
Somebody said a little S&M never really hurt anybody. I disagree. I've read stories where S&M has killed people. Like, that is a thing. That has happened.
What kind of road are you taking us down, Bob? Where are we going? Your mother listens to this.
Yeah, that's okay.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not okay.
She's a grown woman. She knows what's going on in the world.
Oh God.
But I'm okay with the kind that change temperatures and whatnot. I've never done anything and been like, oh my God, it's like dipping it in lava. It's like dipping it in lava. Like that seems a bit of a stretch to me.
Well, I mean, you don't know how another man's genitals feel.
That's because I've never felt another man's genitals.
I'm saying maybe some people are more sensitive to the, like...
I guess so.
The whatever is in it that makes it...
I can't even focus,
warmer.
like, if I think about... Like, we were having that conversation and you brought up sex and I lost it. Here's the thing.
Because you're a man.
I have had sex before and got, like, a Charlie horse in the middle of it. And I was like, I'm fighting through it. I don't care. I ain't stopping. If my toe broke in the middle of sex...
I don't want to have this conversation.
You would find
on
out
the podcast
afterwards.
Right now.
Like, I'd get done and be like, we got to go to the hospital. I done burnt my damn toe. We got to go. I was a little concerned about you on this subject. I didn't know how you'd react. All right, do you want to do another one for real?
Discussing lube?
We weren't discussing lube.
We were discussing lube.
Maybe we were, but it's okay. We're all adults here. I mean, I think there's
there's actually children that listen to this too. We're not all adults here.
It says explicit. If you click on our stuff, it says explicit, and these parents need to get control of their children, let them listen to gross shows like this. All right, let's do one more. I'm going to spin through it. But
you know, Reagan, not our Reagan, the other Reagan, Ashley's Reagan.
Yes.
She's so cute. Remember when she came to the birthday party and she came up and she was saying, "Welcome everybody to the Bob and Katie show." Yeah.
Well, I mean, now, Ashley's a patron, so I think she's insanely smart. So whatever she's doing is working.
Ashley is very intelligent.
Yeah. It is weird. Like, they are smart. That is a smart family.
They're, like...
It's not weird. That came out wrong. We don't think you're weird, Ashley. Ashley's going to be on the show, actually.
Yeah, I'm excited, too. I can't wait to have her on.
You guys are going to talk about uterus bags, right?
Like, their family is...
What is that thing called? Don't know. I'll ask you a question. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. They're like those type of parents that make me seriously question my parenting skills. Or like most of the time, I think I'm a pretty rock star parent, like pretty good at it. I may not have all my crap together, but you know, I do a pretty dang good job. But then I see them and I'm like, I am a horrible parent.
I don't know. I think you're pretty good. You've made it. They're alive.
Most days it's just about survival.
Yeah. You want to do one more?
Sure.
Okay. Once again, I'm going to just like spin through it. You tell me when to stop and go.
Okay. And stop.
Awesome. This one is from Amber, and her topic is how to fold towels. Now, I think this one's going to be fun.
This is going to be hard for me because of how strongly I feel on the topic. Me personally, not me as Bob.
I have to be like
me
you.
As Katie. Yeah. It has definitely been a topic of conversation many times in our house.
Is this turning into like improv? Is that because it's kind of fun. I like it. All right. So you want me to kick it off? I'll kick it off. Yeah. Right.
I'm going to lose this one.
It's okay. Here we go. Just if you start to panic, just yell sex. All right. That. All right, I'll kick it off. And I'm Katie, and action. Just let me do it. You're doing it wrong. Everything you do with these towels is wrong. I've showed you. I
don't understand. We're just going to pull them out of the closet and use them to dry our butts.
But they have to be my way because that's the right way. The way that I fold them and put them in there is the way they're supposed to be.
Nobody else even sees them.
It doesn't. I see them. I'm the one that's here all day long while you're off gallivanting at work, and I'm here with all these kids. Can I just have a nice area where the damn towels are folded my way? That's all I'm asking. I appreciate you want to help, but I've showed you how to fold them 15 times.
Well, I go to work all day. I'm sorry I don't have time to learn how to properly fold your towels.
It doesn't take any time. I've showed you. It's just a towel. You just fold it the right way.
Well, what do you do all day that you can't just fold all the towels?
What do I do all day? Do you want me to start a list of what I do all day? No, well, the first thing I do is I wake up in the morning, then I pick up the little baby and I breastfeed it, and then I go get the other two, and they eat all, they broke out of the room, ate all the bananas, then the other one crapped on the couch. That happened. That's a real life story. That's what I do all day long. The girl child, she keeps scratching the boy child. The boy child peed on the floor. All day.
I go to work all day. My job is so stressful. I don't want to come home and fold towels.
I know that you go to work all day, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate everything that you provide to the family. All I'm asking is if you're going to fold the towels, can you please just fold them?
Well, I just won't fold the towels.
Fine. I'll fold all the towels. You just go sit in your big red recliner and just hate life. Just sit over there and be mad and angry at nothing.
I will.
And scene.
I'm pretty sure we've had that exact same conversation
Yeah,
before.
I feel like we didn't even need to like reach
like that.
for that.
It just because it actually just happened, like in real life.
I think that was pretty good. If you guys enjoyed that, let us know because we have over 200 responses. So
that's awesome.
We got a lot more we can go through. Okay, the last thing that we're gonna do was a game that you came up with.
Another game that I came up with?
Yeah, the Walmart game.
I forgot all about that.
So this is what we're going to do. You talk.
But I didn't get to have a turn yet.
We're just going to do, you'll have a turn next time.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go get the thing.
The item in question?
Yes, and you tell everybody exactly what we're doing, how it worked, and how it's going to play out.
Okay, here's the rules of the game. One person gives the other person a set of clues. We chose to do 5 clues about one specific item sold at Walmart. And then the other person will take the clues, go to the store, and try to figure out what was the item in question. And then you don't reveal it until it's time to record the podcast. So we're about to find out if Bob took my clues and was able to figure it out. And we set a price limit. Like I think we said like no more than $10. Just a small random item. So I'm so curious. So curious to see if he was able to guess.
Okay. Did you tell him what the clues were?
No, you want me to read the clues?
Yeah. And then I've been telling everybody to sign up for Patreon. This is what we're going to do. The item that I picked, we're actually going to do a random drawing and send that item to one of our patrons.
Okay, here was my 5 clues. Number 1, it comes in packs.
Which is everything in the store, by the way. So if you get a little less vague, that would be great.
Number 2, it comes in a variety of colors. Number 3, it can have stripes, glitter, solids, polka dots, and animal print.
Okay.
Number 4, it can be found at some parties. And number 5, it is sold in multiple locations throughout the store.
Now, I had a difficult time with it. And
I wasn't sure because this was like our first time. And I was like, I had a hard time judging whether my clues were too hard or too easy.
I think you hit both of those. Like, I think some of them were too hard and then some of them were like way too easy.
I was trying to look at it as a whole, as like all 5 clues together. I didn't want it to be too easy.
Now, I'm going to tell you the first item that I thought it might have been, but then changed my mind.
Okay.
Panties.
Panties?
I thought you wanted me to buy women's underwear. I was like, is she going to have me in here trying to buy some women's underwear? And I went into the women's department and I was looking for packs of like polka dotted and animal print panties. And then I was looking at the list and then you put on here that let me see, where was it at? It can be found at parties. It is sold in multiple locations in the store.
See, I thought that was a good clue because not everything is sold in multiple locations throughout the store.
Right.
Most items, might just have one spot. But then you have some items that they don't just fit into one like category or whatever.
And then I was like, well, people have like panty parties, like adult
like those
parties
pure
and stuff.
Romance parties.
Yeah, I guess so. So like I was really going towards the panties. And I was like, this would be hilarious if we had to send some panties to a patron. But then I was like, one location. That was the thing that made me change my mind. Now, I only had one other guess. So how are we going to do this? Are you going to tell what the item was, and then
I think you just need to show me what you got.
No, because then I don't know if you change it or not. You got to go. You have to tell.
Yeah. I guess to keep me honest.
So let's get the clues one more time. It comes in packs. It comes in a variety of colors. It can have stripes, glitter, solids, polka dots, and animal print. It can be found at some parties and is sold in multiple locations in the store.
My item was a pack of birthday candles.
Oh, man.
Is that not what you got?
That is not what I got.
So what'd you get?
I got a pack of birthday balloons.
Oh.
Man.
You know what? Those clues were hard because those dudes fit all the clues.
I'm actually not okay with how this turned out.
I
was sure that I got it.
Well, this is our first time, and it was kind of like on the fly. Like, you were on the way to the store. You're like, well, send me your clues. And you have like thousands of items to choose from, and I'm just like, what? And then I was trying to pick an item that I could give 5 clues about, and it wouldn't be like just too easy or too hard.
I've never seen an animal print candle.
Yeah, I've gotten some before. I've gotten a pack of them before, and it had like zebra stripes and leopard print and stuff.
How about that?
Yeah, birthday balloons could have been very fitting. But yeah, it was birthday candles.
There you go. You got anything else you want to talk about? I think that's it.
I don't think
I think it's a wrap. Once again, thanks to everybody at the Misfits and Monsters Family Club. You guys really came in a big bad way. We appreciate it. Tyler, thanks. What else was there? What else we do? Who else are we thinking? The Tabletop Warriors, Dave and Jared. Thank you guys. That was episode 7. If you want to hear what they had to say about us, go check it out. And they also, if you go to their Facebook page, they've got a little contest going where they have one of those NES classic things with a bunch of games on it. That if you share it, they're going to give it away to somebody. I've already shared it like 8 times because I wanted one of those things. And like I haven't had a chance to get it. So I was like, I'm going to win this thing. I'm going to win it. I'm going to win it. And I'm sure if I ended up being the person that win it, we'd talk about their podcast again on another episode. Just saying.
Is this bribery?
No, it's not
Mr.
bribery at all.
McKnight?
I'm just saying if I just happened to win something like that, I would definitely talk about it. So go check it out. The Tabletop Warriors. They're on iTunes, a bunch of other stuff, Facebook. And that's it. Another podcast of 2018 in the books. Find your laugh.
Find your happy.
This has been a Cabcast Studios production. For more episodes and information, visit thebobandkatieshow.com.